Hi everybody, this is a grade 9 registration presentation video. We're just going to go over a few of the options that we have in school here, how to do the registration package, some grade 12 requirements for the end of high school. And this is Mr. Adamson. I'm one of the assistant principals at Lacombe Comp, and I take you through a quick video here. This slide here just shows the Alberta High School diploma requirements. So as a grade 10 student, there's not a lot that pertains to you right now, but shows at the end of grade 12, in order to qualify for graduation, these are the requirements you must have: a 30 level English, 30 level social, a 20 level math, a 20 level science. You need to have Phys Ed 10, minimum 3 credits. You need to have Com 20, and then 10 credits in Fine Arts, CTS, second language, Phys Ed, or Phys Ed 30, and then 10 credits in 30 levels. So anything else, that's a 30 level program that we offer here at the school. Now most grade 10s are always going to have a full course load, so these are things that will pertain to them as they go through 11 and 12. A grade 10 student at Lacombe Comp will have a minimum of 40 credits earned with no spares. We don't give grade 10 spares, so that means a full semester course will earn you 5 credits and a half semester course will earn you 3 credits. So we have 2 semesters a year, so this would be at the end of August, beginning of September. We have exam break in January here, and then this is in the end of June, and that's semester 1, semester 2. And then each semester is also split into quarters. And we have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and that's where you're going to earn your 3 credit courses there. Now, some of the core course selections that we have: students can take Humanities, which is a combination of English 10 and Social 10. This is going to be a project-based course, a lot of critical thinking. So students are along those lines of learning. That could be a great program for them, and it carries on to the 20 and 30 level. We have English 10-1, 20-1. Now this is where, based on a student coming out of grade 9, we'll have recommendations from their teachers on what program that they should be going into. All students within our school will go into Social Studies 10, and at the end of grade 10, based on the recommendations from their teacher, they will be given either 10-1 credit or 10-2. Humanities 10-2 you can enter in also, but if you're going in that program, you most likely would have had a call from our principal, Miss Valerie Remchuk. Okay, students can also take Etudes Sociales, so our French Immersion Social, Math 10C. All students for the most part will enter in Math 10C, and then that can take you into Math 20-1, 20-2. 10-3, or the -3 route within Math, will lead you more into the trades end of a career after high school. And new this year, we're also offering a 10-3, 20-3 blended course. And so all that 10 level and 20 level Math will be taught together. Science 10, a lot of students, based on recommendation, will most likely go into Science 10, and again, Science 10 will feed you into Science 20, Bio 20, Chem 20, or Physics 20. And then some students, maybe if they're struggling with science at the junior high, they would be going into Science 14, and next year we're also offering a blended course where students will work on Science 14 and 24 together and finish them all within the same year. Some of the options that we run: Phys Ed 10, not actually an option, but there's 3 different ways you can take it. You can take Phys Ed 10 for 3 credit or 5 credit. And this is where you're going to work in a lot of the traditional games. There's a heavy component of fitness involved in it. And then we also have Rec 10 right here. And this is for students who really maybe weren't as enjoying Phys Ed, maybe the big fitness part, they weren't into it. But this is where we're really trying to bring the fun back in Phys Ed, doing some more non-traditional games, where we're just trying to have the kids feel really comfortable within the class. And that's just a 3 credit class, so that's just offered for 1 term. Now some of the actual options: we have Sports Performance 15. This is where students will focus on fitness, training. They'll be in our fitness center. They also do modules on anatomy, physiology, and different training methodology. And new this year, we also have Sports Performance Ice, and this is going to be taught at the arena. It's a 3 credit course. We'll be working on skill development on the ice, and it's not just for hockey players, but it's for kids or girls who are ringette, so any kid who wants to involve that ice training. We have Art 10, which is 5 credit course, working on basic skills, developing it for the 20 and 30 level. Choral Music, working on your singing. Drama, working on acting, again, both 3 credit courses. French 10, so if they want to take a second language, this doesn't mean you had to be in the French Immersion program, but you could just enter in French 10, and so you could learn French as a second language. We have Guitar 15, so learning the basics of guitar. We also provide guitars here at the school, so if a student doesn't have one, they can still take the course. And then musical theater is a combination of choral music and drama, and this is where they're going to put on a production at the end of the year. Now, usually at the 10 level, they're not involved in that production, but they will work with the production possibly, especially in the 25 and 35 level, but they may be needed at the 15 level also. Okay, we have agriculture, so if you've seen our greenhouse on the west side of the school there, that dome white structure, we do a lot of different things within our agriculture course out there. Construction technology, so work within our shop, working on building systems, starting at the basic levels. Communication technology, take A, B, C, or D. You have to start with A, working on photography and different communication techniques within the digital world. Cosmetology, working in there in the base level 10. Design studies, this is where students are working on some programming. And then we also have our electric tech down here, and you can see that we have some students working on robots, and this is where we're going to work with base level programming and start designing base level robots. And it's going to really feed into our robotics club and higher level electric tech classes and do some really cool things. Right now we have a robotics team which is actually in Anaheim at a world competition down there. Okay, fashion studies, you can take this for 3 or 5 credits. Students are going to start with some basic skills within there, working with the sewing machine and hand stitching. And then we have financial management. Students are going to be working with banking information and investment ideas. Fabrication 10, working within our welding bays. We have foods 10 and food prep. Foods 10, this is our domestic sides. And then food prep, this is in our commercial kitchen, and you're going to be preparing food for our cafeteria and such. And new this year, we also have a course called blacksmithing. And this is where you're going to be learning the ability to heat up metals and bending them in different structures and stuff like this. So it's not like in the olden days where you had somebody making a horseshoe and banging it out, but the new modern world of blacksmithing. Okay, information processing. This is where students are working on their computer skills and their Microsoft Word applications. We're working with a Wolf app system. Mechanics, this is where students are working with the inner workings of a car. Students Union, if students want to join that club, they can earn leadership credentials. Mechatronics is a combination between our electric tech courses and robotics that's involved with Red Deer College and some training that goes on there, and a project-based learning course and developing projects through there. And then we also have vehicle ownership, and this is where you're not so much working with the actual motor, but you're working with the detailing of the vehicle. So for those students, maybe you've put a dent in your vehicle already, or students who put a dent in your mom and dad's car, this is where maybe you'd learn how to get that dent out. Okay, we also have this year the European Tour course. Students can enter in this. Big things that are important here, they will need to have access to a computer and high-speed internet because this is a digitally taught course. And students can enter in this course in 2 ways. They can take the World History course, and this is 3 level credits. And if they take that, they'll also get additional 2 credits in the tourism. Or students in cosmetology can enter in this program, and they'll also get the tourism credits after. Now, as I said, it's an online course, so students will be in a virtual classroom going through our Wolf apps and entering there. And another big thing too, there's also a cost to this. It doesn't have to be spent or paid for up front, but it can be made in installments. And if you want more information on that, please see Mrs. Anderson in the school, and she can give you some more information on that. Now, that's all the courses that we're offering at the 10. If you notice, a lot of those options are just 3 credit values, so we give the kids a lot of choice in grade 10 to try something, and at the 20-30 level, that's where we have more of those 5 credit options, and so they can really expand deeper into some of those courses. Now, when it comes to registration, what it's going to look like, and students, teachers in the junior high have given recommendations for them, but they have to take 1 from each block. Now, the first block is for an English course. Second one is for a social course, and if they're taking humanities, well, again, just like this example here, they would take humanities 10A and humanities 10B. Next one, they have to circle a math course, take a science course, have to pick from a phys ed option here. So another thing about our phys ed are taught as phys ed 10 male, so all males together, phys ed 10 female, except for our rec phys ed. That's where we have male and female together. And then students will need to, right on this line here, fill in a 3 credit option. Then in the other corresponding blocks here, 6, 7, and 8, students either have to pick classes that add up to 5 credits, so one 5-credit class, or two 3-credit classes that'll add up to 6 credits within that time period. So you can see a student, in this example that I just underlined, they are taking musical theater 15, so that means they'd get 3 credits in choral and 3 credits in drama. The alternate courses down here, this is where students put their second choice for options. So if for some reason their schedule works that they can't get their first choice for options, we'll go down to the alternate courses and try and give them one of those alternate course options. This is just another example of what students have filled out. So taking different classes and filling it different ways. You can see the option courses down here. This student chose to take a lot of 3-credit courses and just get their kind of fingers into everything and get a feel for a lot of different things that we offer in this building. And this last slide here, this just talks about registration night. That's a big thing. Of course, you're at the LCHS open house right now if you're watching this, or maybe you're just watching online. But we have our grade 9, so grade 9's coming in to go to grade 10. We have registration night on Tuesday and Wednesday, April 29th and 30th from 4:30 to 8:30. Now, if you have the last name, the A to L, we'd like it if you come on the 29th. M to Z, we'd like it if you come on the 30th. Of course, that's not set in stone. You can come any night. We're just trying to limit having a whole bunch of people line up and be very, very busy. Now, the big thing is too, don't worry about it. It's not a first come, first serve. We build our schedule based on what the students want. So if you aren't able to come till 7:30 on April 30th, that's all right. You'll still get what you asked for. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask the staff as you're touring around the building, or call the school, or find one of the administrators walking around. We'll be walking around greeting everyone. And I hope that gave you a little information, insight to what's going on at Lacombe Comp here. And we welcome you here and hope you have a great summer. Thanks a lot for listening.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.